Dynamite.
Hello and welcome to the Hat Chat podcast. Wow.
That was good, wasn't it?
What an energetic intro there. Thank you very much to our Fingal creator, Marauder.
Thank you.
For your
excellent. Thank
wonderful butchering of Smith's butchered language.
I think it's they've done a great job.
They did do
They
a
made
good
it
job.
sound beautiful.
Sounds like a fucking bop to me.
It sounds like a big old
What a boppy.
booty bop.
What a big old boppage.
Hey guys, I think I can hear something outside of my headphones.
What's that?
Oh, it's just you two because we're in the same room.
We're in
We
the same
are.
room.
We're
Look how
in
full.
the same room.
Oh, no delays. I am so thankful because the delays
Was
they were
killing us.
sometimes just a little bit annoying. Just
But
a little bit.
we're here
I'm
now.
sure you noticed them.
Yeah, it was a bitch.
I will apologise if you're watching this on the YouTube version. The visuals are not where we want them to be at the moment. They're
No,
not quite
yeah.
perfect enough, and the audio might not be as good. But if you're listening on the
Of
podcast,
course, it should be good.
it should be all smooth. And
Oh.
He's going to jinx it now.
I don't.
This is going to be the
my
first one we
fingers
lose.
are crossed, and I'm touching
It's
my
gonna
own
be
wood.
the best sounding podcast yet. 'Cause
I've got
there
wood
is-
here.
Rich and
There's
quality.
no delay.
Top
Um,
audio. He's playing with his wand.
Don't forget, this is Hat Chat, the number one
yeah.
Harry Potter themed podcast, not about Harry
Of
Potter.
course.
There he
How
is.
could you forget?
Cruciatus!
Scrutiatus, there's only so much you can talk about Harry Potter, I think.
There is.
So you start writing
Well,
new
actually, you
books.
say that. I've
Accidentally.
read some recent news about Harry Potter.
Oh, good.
Oh, here we go.
What can it delay?
Oh, yeah.
Until
Hold
the
it,
end.
hold it.
Save
till
the
the
good
end.
stuff
Save
to
the
the
good
end.
news.
Yeah.
Is it big enough for the end?
It's not
Save
even that
it.
interesting.
Hold it.
It's not
It's
interesting.
not even that interesting.
Oh,
Wow,
for
stay
Christ's
tuned for
sake.
that non-interesting news coming up later.
It's tempting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Is it about the game?
No.
Okay, I just saw an article.
It's about the
We've got
Quidditch.
Harry
It's-
Potter
it's
news
about
people.
in real life Quidditch that
Oh,
people
fuck's
play,
sake,
which
that
is
is
just
what I meant. Anyway, go on.
the game. I thought you meant the upcoming new role playing game.
Oh, that too. Go on, Trott. Hit us
Hogwarts: The
with
Legacy
some-
or something like that.
Yeah, that's the
Anyway,
one.
thank you very much to Marauder for sending your finger in. If you'd like to send a finger in, we'd happily accept it to hatchat@hat-films.com. That is a real email, and please send
It's a real email, that's-
funny news and whatnot to that. But most importantly, fingals. We love them. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Warning: real email.
Usually our patrons as well, they get some hypotheticals with which to vote for. This week we let them down because we're setting up in the office again, so apologies for that. Smith
so
instead
sorry.
has chosen our hypotheticals of the week. Would you like to kick things off?
Well, Ross, do you want to choose one of the four?
Oh, Christ.
Have a
wow.
quick scan. You both get to choose one each this
One each.
time.
Yeah, okay. Well, you go first, Trott. I
Okay,
need to
I'll
log
go
in.
first. Okay, interesting ones here. There's 4, in fact. We can select a single colour that our eyes can see before we are born. What colour would you like to choose?
And why was it mud, Chris Trott?
Sorry, what is this question?
This
We
is
can-
one of the options. You can look at the other ones.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
Okay, you don't like the single color choice one.
We can select a single colour that our eyes can see before we are born.
Yeah, as
So
in no, not.
you only get that colour.
Yes, exactly. Not like you see that color before you're even born.
It's like, well, it's all black and dark anyway. And then I'm born with all the colours. Doesn't matter. I thought that was the question. Okay. I guess I'd pick red.
Would you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because red is an important colour in terms of blood. I'd know if I was bleeding. It's also like in a lot of the hues, there's the redshift effect in space, which, you know, things falling in the red spectrum. Is it the widest band?
This is all fascinating stuff. Do you want to look at one of the other questions?
Okay, yeah, sure. It's not fascinating.
Ross, have you had a chance to look at any of them?
I'm looking at them now. Yeah, I'm looking at the. I'll read this one now. Okay, so would you take £70,000 per week job offer, where you get paid to sit in a pitch black room and do nothing for 20 hours a day? Now, my first question is obviously like, how long do you do that job for? Because if you only take it up for, I mean, obviously it's actually probably harder than you would ever imagine it to be. Like, you're literally I'm guessing completely pitch
Well,
black.
it's like being in a
Battling your
sensory
mind.
deprivation.
Yeah.
You are
chamber,
depriving yourself of all senses
God,
Yeah.
it'd
for
be insane.
20 full hours of each day.
20
It'd
hours
have
a
to
day.
be yeah, but 70k a week though.
Well, this is the thing. Like, could you endure that?
How long would you
for-
do it for? I guess is a better question then. Like, how long would
Um,
you do it for before you're like, I don't want to go and sit in a room for 20 hours a week anymore or a day anymore?
I think as long as I can get, if I can get paid at the end of the week, I'll assess it from there. Because I think 1 week would cause you to probably feel pretty fucking
I feel like
shit.
1 day would be pretty
Yeah.
bad. Like
Yeah.
of 20 hours.
Well, this is the latest Mr. Beast idea.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
Is it? Well,
That
it's going to be a
sounds-
very
that sounds
boring
like
video to watch, isn't
torture.
it?
That
Sounds a little bit like
genuine
torture, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What, and the other things he's done hasn't been
Yeah,
genuine torture?
well,
Making
I
people
couldn't sit through them. I know they're 10 minutes long.
keep their hand on a house until everybody else is entirely exhausted. That doesn't sound like torture to you. No, it's not a Mr. Beast idea,
Yeah.
but I think it's believable that
It
it
could
could be.
be.
It could be when he starts running out.
It's hard
Yeah.
to film that though. I guess you just get night vision cameras and just
Yeah.
watch them, and then
Like, have you seen
bunch
the
of
latest
goofy friends start
Jackass?
tickling them. Oh, look, they're tickling him.
The latest Jackass film, they show them all a really dangerous snake. Then they act as
Oh.
though it's escaped, and then they lock two of them in a completely dark room with the snake.
Right.
And then a couple of the other guys have night vision, and they're all just like zapping them and pinching them. And like some, like this is some of like the guys that have done some of the craziest stunts, and they're like, that was the most traumatic experience I've ever been through. Dave England says he thinks he got PTSD from it, and they only did it for about half an hour. Like it's,
Dave England goes through all sorts of fucking
yeah.
shit, man.
Or didn't he eat his own sick and eat
I
his
don't
own?
know.
Oh no,
He's-
remember the
he's-
egg?
He is like the punching bag
Yeah.
of the group.
He looks
just
really-
takes it.
Right, quite taxed by it as well. Like,
yeah,
you know,
but also still they're clearly not paying him enough that he's
Mm.
still going back. So like, is he doing it for fun anymore? I don't know. It seems like you can't even catch a break even in between shoots.
No.
Like they're constantly trying to get each other with a fucking razor blade or whatever.
yeah. Oh, my hair.
Kind of hellish. But yeah, no. I think I would do it for a week. This job.
Yeah.
And then assess from there. But I don't think I could. I'd struggle after the first day. 20 hours, and if you have to stay awake as well, that's hard. Staying awake in a pitch black room,
Yeah.
you would
That
just
would
your
be
mind
terrifying.
would just go to places you've never been before.
I think it'd be interesting for a while. You're right though. I think it's a terrible way to spend your life, even if you do get money for it.
Yeah,
But I think sensory deprivation tanks do have an effect on people, and it can be quite
Yeah.
positive. But probably not every day for 20 hours.
but like, would you start feeling like, well, is that a draft? What's that? Is there something in here with me? I think
Yeah.
you would get that. Like, how do you imagine the first things that would go through your head if so your eyes closed, you'd be pitch black.
It'd be noisy.
Maybe your
I
eyes are
think.
open, you're trying to see.
Yeah, and then
it's pitch
I
black.
think the panic would set in. It's like, I might have gone blind in this time. I don't even know. Am I ever going to see light
Oh
again?
my god!
It's a war against your own paranoia. Is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Like it's
It's like
a
keeping calm throughout the whole thing might be very difficult.
yeah.
And then
Yeah,
you
I
don't know
agree.
what's real and what isn't real because you can't really have any visual stimuli to like be like, okay, I'm still in this room. It's
Yeah.
okay. I can see the four corners of this room, but you can't.
But
I
even
guess
with boring jobs or like kind of retail, that's mind numbing in itself, and you can see things and have to do things. But like a pitch
I
black
used to
room,
hate that feeling of just whittling down the hours.
checking the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just the time
It's
just
another
came
hour.
to a crawling stop. And you just were so tired and you didn't want to do the task and you were spreading out certain tasks you didn't have enough to do in the day.
Oh mate, they would make us just
Just do
completely
inane
pull shelves
shit.
off and redo everything again. They would just be like, let's just take everything off of here and kind of reshelve it slightly differently, very
Just
slightly
push it all
differently.
to the front, would you? Just
And
tidy
it's just
up
like,
there.
Ah,
And
God.
I will mop that area again, would you?
They made, I told you. Did I tell you this before? That where I worked before the Currys, the manager there was a complete arsehole. And he made one of the other guys because he had nothing to do. Again, it was one of those slow days. He was like, "Oh, can you just mop the entire warehouse?" And this warehouse was fucking
Wow.
huge. And so one man just mopping the entire thing. He says, "All right, we're not going to go home until he's mopped the entire thing and stairs as well." He mopped it and it was a shit mop. The mop ended up breaking, and like it's one of those metal ones, so like the aluminium, so it like folded and it created like a pinched up bit of metal. And his hands were just bleeding. He was just still mopping because it was just like it's one of those situations where you're of an age where you're not really sure of your own rights. Almost like you're working because you're like, well, I need the money.
Such an exploit.
But this guy was just like he came down the stairs. He goes, I think I've mopped everything now. Really dejected, and it's just like bloody hands. Like he was just a mess. I was like,
why
fuck
does that
me.
person not feel anything?
Yeah,
Like the person
just
that
a
set them
dickhead.
to that task.
I was like, oh,
Like, oh my
man. I
God.
would have just thrown them up at him, told him he's a cunt and quit.
Yeah.
I was like, this is ridiculous.
That's-
And also, it's just one of those things where it's like, you don't need to do that. Like, they have
No.
cleaners. He was
Such a
a
power play.
salesman. He was on sales.
Right.
It's just, it was such a slow day. He was just making him do stuff because he was just got a power trip.
Salesman got demoted to mopman that night.
Yeah, it was bollocks.
Awful.
But yeah. And
But
then
imagine being that guy, but only being able to see in red as well, whilst mopping.
He looked down at his
I can
hand,
finally
it's
see my
like-
hands.
But
He's
then
just cutting himself on
everything else
purpose.
What's clean?
So is everything else
Bleeding
non-existent
himself.
to you in this situation, or is it only you see everything as red though? What you're imagining?
I imagine, when you color correct something and you strip out the blues and greens, and
Yeah.
everything's red.
Yeah. So you wouldn't really be able to tell it's blood. You'd just be like, look, this is red, and everything else is red too.
Everything's red. I guess it's either red or black, maybe.
black. Everything is black.
Wow.
Like
Like
if
shades
you've
of
got
like
the
black and white
conicals
or
in your
red.
eye, right, that's stimulated by red, green, and blue,
Yeah.
and you remove the blue and green, this is color blindness, right? So it'll
Right.
become like a desaturated gray,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So you would be able to see distinguishing the spectrum, right? You'd be able to see reds, and then everything else would be a monochromatic or desaturated, right? Am
Yeah,
I
like
right?
dog vision.
Yeah.
Like dog vision.
So
Yeah.
basically, what I'm trying to get at is if I pick red
Yeah.
and then I watch Schindler's List, what would happen? It would look exactly the same, wouldn't
You
it?
wouldn't
Um,
notice that subtle
It would-
artistry.
No,
Yeah.
I would because it's literally just that red moment.
Oh,
It'd be exactly
so
the
everything
same.
else is just monochromatic apart from the red. I see what you mean. Not even monochromatic, shades apart from the red.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I get you. Yeah. but which famous person's body would you take over if you were a zombie? Mine would be The Rock.
So wait. So
hell.
so when you're that person, you're a zombie.
You're a zombie, them, basically. I don't know. Yeah, it's a stupid question. But
It's an interesting one. Like, I mean,
That is a dumb question.
can you imagine
'Cause
Zombie Rock?
obviously-
He'd still be like really.
I guess the
jacked.
idea would be that you want to take over someone that you might want to be, or like, be like, oh, you get to appreciate their life. But if you're a zombie,
You've got
don't
to
get
survive in a
appreciate
zombie
anything.
world amongst other zombies competing for
Yeah,
human
you'd want a
meat.
physically
So he's a big.
fit.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, Dave.
but his, like,
let's
you
get
know-
wrestlers then.
You know how they do zombies?
Yeah.
I'm
And
getting
they're
Dave.
like, let's take a chunk out of them. Otherwise, they just look like a really poor conditioned human body. Let's take a chunk, and yet they still move. Right? That's the hallmark zombie
Right,
thing.
yeah.
They're like, that guy's missing part of his leg. I want just a huge bite to be taken out the top of the Rock's potato chip head. You know, like you know, how he's got that sort of like that head that's got that kind of point. I just want a big bite out of that.
Yeah.
And that's. But other
He's
than
got
that,
quite a
still
phallic
jacked.
head, isn't he? Like the
Yeah.
back of his head looks like
I need to see a picture of him. I just
Bell end.
feel like what? Like, is he
Have a look at the Rock right
The
now.
Rock
Rock.
from the back.
from the
back
back?
of head.
What is
The
that going
Rock
to come up
back
with?
of
Okay,
head.
yeah, no, the Rock from the back. He poses a lot. He shows off his back muscles. So
Look at the back of his head though, and like isolate that.
okay,
Yeah.
I'm seeing it. It's almost a Pringle.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's playing a
Exactly.
video.
Big old potato chip. I'm going to bite the back out of that. I mean, I'm not,
Okay.
but like, that's how I'll change the Rock zombie that I'm going to inhabit. And then I'm just going to go around pulling doors off of cars for a while.
So you've chosen a body that is literally just large, strong.
Yeah.
You could be
But also the
ultimate
Rock.
zombie.
So
and also
like
The Rock.
sometimes other zombies will be like, oh
Whoa,
shit, dude.
no way.
You used to be the Rock, but now you're just a
Are
zombie
you
with
smart enough as a zombie to distinguish that sort of thing? Because you know, traditionally zombies
They're pretty
are mindless
pretty
and
brain dead. Yeah,
run on
that's the
base
word.
instinct and stuff.
Yeah.
But they would be like, "Whoa, it's Rock!
Oh.
Whoa, zombie Rock!
Oh, zombie Rock.
Whoa!"
Who would you choose then to get that same effect? Oh, is that zombie Mick Jagger?
The Queen.
It's still going.
Zombie Queen.
I'd go for the Queen.
You'd go for a zombie
She's
queen.
almost a zombie as it is. So we've got a visual
There's
representation,
quite a novelty
pretty
in that,
much
isn't
there.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more, kind of more grey, more kind of
Can you-
downtrodden, bit of blood.
Can you go for already dead people?
Well, clearly not, because they've already been deceased
Mm.
and decrepit.
What
and
of
potentially
recently deceased?
recently deceased? I don't know. Let's say yes. Well, who are you thinking of?
Queen's husband, of course.
The Queen's husband. Okay, so, well, Jesus. I mean, he was
Because he
a
already
zombie.
looked like a zombie.
Dear
Maybe
Christ,
I could be
yeah.
like, well, I didn't die, and I could pass off as a regular person to the survivors, you know, and then eat everyone
Yeah.
secretly.
In this world, how does it work? If you cover yourself in like zombie blood and stuff, are you undetected?
Well,
Who knows the rules? It
I know
feels
the
like-
rules. I'm setting the rules
The
here.
rules
Oh,
are,
okay,
if you're a
set the rules.
zombie,
Yes, if you got a good coating,
Good
like,
coating of
if
blood.
you're like you're lubing up a
Yeah.
meat joint for some cooking.
Like I just look like a red, like kind of
Yeah.
sloppy mess.
And you can stand next to me, Zombie Rock, and I'll look down and I'll be like, "Yeah," and you're like, "You got," yeah, and I'm like, "All right, you sold it, yeah,
Yeah,
I believe
okay.
you."
Nice.
Hold
Good.
on, Trott is who in this situation?
What?
Which zombie celebrity are you?
I was the prince.
Prince who?
He's Prince Philip.
Prince Philip.
Is it Philip?
What,
Philip.
the one that can't sweat?
So you want to be
Wait,
my
no, wait,
husband?
that's Prince
Duke of
Andrew.
Edinburgh. Yeah, yeah.
So if I'm the queen,
Recently deceased Prince Philip.
so I'm
you're really in a
we're
really...
fucking getting royalty over here. That we're becoming royalty. What's
yeah,
that
but
about?
The Rock's richer than both of them.
Yeah, but we can fuck each other.
You could.
Yeah.
I mean, The Rock's gonna fuck both of you.
What?
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's not going to be interested in us.
Oh, of course he's. You're the Queen of England.
There'll be supermodel
Who wants to-
zombies. There'll be attractive
Hey.
zombies.
New
He's not gonna
hypothetical.
fuck the
You
queen
can bang the
zombie.
Queen of England. Do you do it? No
Yes.
one's gonna know.
Yes.
You do.
No one's
You
gonna
do.
know.
Yeah.
Ross, this is a very
I don't know
quick
if I
yes.
would.
Why not?
Well, no one's
Oh,
gonna
what?
know. Why
No
would you
one's
do it
gonna know.
otherwise?
You could tell people, and you
Because
can
it's
prove
it's
it.
an accolade that you've lived through. It's a lived
Oh,
experience.
I don't know if I want that trauma.
I mean, I do wonder if I would remain hard. How would I keep
I
wood
couldn't
for
do
this?
it.
I don't know.
I think
Even
would
if
you?
I
put
was
any
like-
old lady down, and I just don't think. I don't know if I'm.
All right, sub-level
not for that.
hypothetical.
Yeah.
Your zombie rock. Do you bang the queen or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Again.
a zombie rock,
Again.
You
he's
get
lost
away
the bit of his head, the bit that got bitten
got
out,
the
that's-
chunk bitten
that's-
out of his head.
I mean, he's got priapism, permanent priapism, so it's not a problem for him.
Right. I was going to say,
He's got
obviously,
an
as a
erection
zombie,
through-
this is.
Through having a part of his brain removed, the side effect was he has a giant rod on the entire time,
Wow. Okay.
and
He's just always erect.
he's got a proclivity for the
Something wrong about a
mature
zombie.
women. He searches mature on his search terms.
Oh, so
Extra mature.
again, he's
So I'm, as the queen,
Yeah,
he's fully
gonna meet the Rock.
yeah,
First time I meet the Rock, he's got a big old boner.
huge rod on. But who's going to call
And
him
I'm
out on
looking at
that?
it.
Because he turns around in this zombie society and just crushes people instantly with a big meaty hand. They're like, "Oh, look at him! He's got a."
Well, yeah, like it's like when it's like the kind of the theory of Superman. Like in bed, is he going to just be a complete like
Danger.
dangerous machine?
no, he has a little cock ring that's got a bit of kryptonite
Oh,
on
I like it.
it. Just a little bit, just
A little
enough
bit to weaken him down.
It's
to
a
human.
tiny little diamond encrusted. It's
tiny
it's a
bit.
tiny little pebble.
of kryptonite just to ease it.
little cock ring.
Wait, honey, I gotta get my cock ring. We can't do this
It'll
here.
be too much, honestly.
I'll be just
Unless,
strong.
unless you're Wonder Woman, in which case that's fine.
No, I think the Rock would destroy the Queen or make her crumble into dust if she's. I mean, even now, even if she did that, even if they met now pre-zombie, he would crush her into dust. I think she'd. I think they'd both enjoy it for a bit.
Okay, you're paid £70,000
Oh,
a
here we
week
go. Let's combine these.
to
Stay in
be
a dark room
pitch
with
black
zombie
room with
Rock and
zombie
Queen.
Rock and the Queen.
fucking somewhere in the room.
Yeah, they're constantly fucking in the room somewhere, but they keep moving around, so your sense of direction and stuff is. Do you think that makes it better or worse than just being in a?
I think it'd make it
I
funnier.
don't know.
Hold on,
think that
are
would-
they going to then eat me after they're done?
No, there's no threat of them hurting you. There is the
Okay.
smell though.
But I can only see red.
No, you can't see
Can't
shit.
see shit. It's pitch black.
Oh.
All right, it's 100,000,
I think it would
and
be.
it's your parents having sex in that pitch black room,
Ugh.
but you can only hear them.
Mm,
But they're doing it for 20 hours. 100k.
it's a lot, isn't it? What would you
Christ.
do? Offer them water?
No, you can't. You can't see them. You shouldn't be moving around, really. Just in
20
case. Just in
hours.
case your hands.
20 hours.
You're hearing your parents fornicate.
Well, yeah.
I'd say like
right now.
5 minutes
Right now,
in.
it's happening.
I'm gonna play a
Lights
sample.
are off.
This is what it sounds like.
5 minutes in, I'd be like, "You've lasted
just-
longer than I've ever lasted. Thank
Oh my
congratulations."
Christ. Swilling a paintbrush in a pot.
Why is it so sloppy? It's
What's
gross.
going on there? Who's that? Who's that?
You
What's
know
that
who-
noise?
You know who this is.
Who is it?
You know.
No! Say your names! Wait, don't say your names! I
don't
can't
want to-
hear you! Oh my god, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, it's pretty grim.
But 100k is pretty good, though, isn't it?
Yeah. But
What does it matter? You know, it's a natural thing. It's how we all came into existence.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like getting paid 70
Yeah,
grand a week.
money is nothing.
I mean, this is
compared-
What if you were
this is-
offered
this is what
200k
the
to film your
Kardashians-
parents' sex tape?
200k to film it. I mean, you could just go in on a deal with them, like, come on, guys, right? We all know what we're doing here.
We all know
200K.
what we're doing.
No, I don't think I would actually, because I think
Are you a
there's-
quick finisher? Because it doesn't matter how long, we get the money once it's done.
I think the pressure of being filmed and knowing that family members are around you would make it harder.
Do you think so?
As
I'd
in
go
harder
softer.
to
Oh,
I
you're
think.
already rock hard, Trott.
I'd go softer.
No, make it harder to finish.
Oh god, it would. Well, you see documentaries all the time. Whenever documentary crews get involved with like these porn productions,
Yeah.
normally the guy's just like, yeah, well, I'm just not used to all these people around me, and it's a
Usually
hot
it's
day.
quick, dirty,
It's hot,
and
I'm
quiet.
tired. I didn't get any sleep last night. It's a hot day, and you're asking me questions. Fuck this. This isn't how it normally is.
I've been put off. I can't get a rod
I've
on
been put.
now.
Fuck it. Let's do this tomorrow.
Fucking hell, me rod.
Soldier Cassandra, I can't perform like this.
Also, I'm so lonely. I keep trying to make relationships out of the people I bang, but
Oh.
they just
Oh,
throw
that
it
was-
away.
That is the
That's
grim
the
reality
story
of all
of
of it.
the Louis Theroux one. But yeah, there was one recently.
Everyone's
It
just
was on
there to
BBC
work.
Three, I think,
No one
where
wants to drink afterwards.
it was like an OnlyFans one and a couple, and then this guy was just like, "Yeah, no, I'm not used to loads of people just watching me." Which, to be fair, that's it's hard.
It's a different relationship.
I
isn't it?
can't piss in front of a group of guys. I find that kind of hard to do. To relax, shoulder to shoulder at a urinal. I don't feel comfortable.
The only time I don't feel comfortable at urinals is where I'm wearing a pair of shorts where I have to like pull my junk over the top because there's no fly. That is a time
Why?
where I'm like, that's enough.
Of all the things,
What?
of all the things to be, why that?
What? Well, like as in, I'm all right
Why
at
that?
a urinal, but I'll go into a stall if I've got a pair of like swim short style shorts on that involves me pulling like everything out.
It is
you
clothes
know?
dependent, I think.
Yeah, because like I can.
It is
sneak,
clothes dependent.
I can
You
sneak
can pop
my little
it.
mole
You can
rat
pop
out.
the little
Yeah.
snake out the hole.
Yeah.
Or it's pants down to the ankles.
Yeah, that's one
which,
or the other.
you know,
One or t'other.
one or t'other.
But yeah, no, I don't really have that problem, thankfully. But like, yeah, I can see why it exists. I think that, and also just like, we went into a urinal in Amsterdam where it was a square room and they'd put a urinal in each of the corners, and it
Oh,
was
yeah.
such a good way to do it
I
because
thought
it
so
gave
as
you
well.
so much more privacy.
Ultimate privacy. Yeah.
Like, because a lot of these urinals, I'm reasonably tall, you're reasonably tall, Chris Trott's of average height. Urinals, when they sometimes put the barricade things up to give you a bit of privacy, you can just see right over it, and you just like look at you glance slightly left,
always looking.
and you're getting an unsolicited look at watching someone you've never met piss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those barriers do nothing. Literally
Yeah.
nothing.
Have you ever been at a urinal and someone's like peered over though?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Definitely. I've had weird dudes in toilets as like a young and adolescent boy, definitely looking at my dick, definitely, and I'm like, look, it's a good one. No, seriously, yeah, I have in the past, and I've always thought like, why the fuck was that guy staring so much?
In this scenario, your eyes are locked onto his,
Yeah,
and his are looking down.
down at my penis. Yeah.
You have to look at them to for the.
You're there just like looking to your left, like, don't look at my dick. And
Stop
he's
that.
looking
Yeah.
down.
But like,
Oh,
I think those are splash barriers actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, they probably are, but
Because
sometimes they're
if you've ever
privacy
worn
based.
shorts and taken a piss in a toilet,
Yeah.
you know, no flow is consistent enough.
Oh,
for it to
God.
not sprinkle.
Get that
everywhere.
dribble as well at the end.
Dribble.
Fuck me, the dribble.
Well,
yeah,
you
this is
tap
the
it
other
off,
problem.
Tap it off.
Well, but even then, this is the problem with the old mole rat over the top of the shorts routine, is that like it creates an indentation, exactly,
A U-bend,
like
yeah.
a slightly little bend in the urethra where the base of the penis meets the balls.
And as soon as you flop it back down,
Bam, gravity takes
Extra
over.
leak.
Yeah, that thing is that U-bend's gone, and you always get like 5 mil of piss just going straight into your shorts, and it's
You know
embarrassing.
that can get damaged. You know that base part can get damaged.
Yeah,
You
well,
get
you were
scar
obsessed
tissue.
with damage to your dick.
Well, because I
Ross,
told you,
right?
I know
Like,
someone who had to go through it.
Yeah.
They had scar tissue on the inside because during a fornication, they
Yeah.
they said it bent the wrong way, and then there was scar tissue on the inside, and they had to get a catheter, and then ended up a doctor had to like burn it out,
God, fucking damn it.
and then a catheter for like several weeks.
Oh, only for several. So it's a happy ending then.
A happy ending, yeah, because it solved the problem. But like
Dope.
before then,
dope.
he was saying that he had to literally like kind of strain with all his might to piss.
Yeah.
Just like
Get it over that.
I mean,
that issue.
That is awful. I feel horrible for them, but the
Yeah.
impression was pretty funny, and the idea of
it's
that.
hard. No, yeah,
We laugh in hindsight, right?
in depth, so- but
one
but
day
like,
we're probably
yeah,
gonna
that
have
can
a problem
happen.
like that.
a little bit of scar tissue is enough to cause an issue. So check.
Did you see
If
that
you feel
thing
like
that
you, if
somebody
you feel like you
posted-
can't piss properly, get that sorted out.
Did you see that thing somebody posted on where they were like, I think it was on our Reddit, r/hatfilms. They got like an egg mixer, like a hand mixer. So it looks a bit like an iron, but it's got the two like whisk things attached to the bottom of it, right?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. If you cut the bottom off of those like typical whisks you get on them, and it just creates like an opening. So imagine cutting the tip of the whisk off to create like a head massaging opening.
Right.
But then you put
It's not head massage.
those on your nuts, and then you turn the thing on, and an instant testicular torsion. Is that something you're interested in?
Interested in what sense? Because,
Well,
Partaking
you're
or-
always worried about testicular torsion, aren't you?
Oh, well, so I want it to happen to me. This is like the theory of when I told someone to eat shit that I want to eat shit. That doesn't. The math doesn't add up.
Yeah, no, I'm applying the same logic.
You say, do you like that? Testicle torture device? Oh no, I don't. I don't want things.
No,
to
I
have
don't.
torture.
You talk about testicular
Well, you must
torture all
like
the
it
time.
though, because you took. No, why would I like that? I don't want that. That's the thing I don't want. The same.
What?
The same thing. I don't want to eat shit. I'm telling people to eat shit. What?
Doctors are telling me all the time that CBT is a great way to get over phobias. All right, so I've been torturing the living shit out of my cock and balls.
Torsion my own balls all
Do
the
you
time.
feel better?
Not really. No, they tried.
Right.
They taught me some techniques, but like I've still got psychosis and my balls are a mess.
Have you seen Taboo?
The drink.
No.
Remember
The one with,
Taboo? That was delicious, Taboo.
a
I do
drink?
not remember
I don't
that
remember the drink.
at all.
Oh, just Google it as well. But go on.
No,
Tell
there
me
was a
about
torture
Taboo.
scene in it. And
Oh, Taboo, the one with
with what's his name? Bane.
yeah, the guy that plays Bane, Tom Hardy. I have seen Taboo, and it's great. I will say,
There's
yeah.
the torture scene in it.
Which one?
Oh, near the end.
Right.
I
Who
won't
are they
spoil
torturing?
anything.
I'm sorry. Well,
I won't say who they're torturing, just in case you want to watch it. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
But there's a torture scene where they don't show you anything, and I don't really know what's fully going on. But I think they were doing the testicle thing
What, turning them?
because there was a close up of a squeaking and then like a twisting, and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? What the fuck? What is he doing? They're never going to show us. And
Yeah.
I feel like his reaction wasn't matching it fully, so I was like, maybe he's not doing that. But if he was,
Oh.
holy fucking
Is
shit!
there a little smirk?
There was a little. He was enjoying it. Mm. Oh.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh.
Ow.
Ow,
Ow.
stop spinning them. It's like the one in Bond where he uses the rope. That is
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
brutal.
it
Like
smacks
he
him
wouldn't have
under the
anything
chin.
left. You can't unsmash eggs.
He's not.
Once they're
Cannot.
egged, once they've been smashed, there is no more.
Gotta smash a few Gregs.
I'm gonna smash a few Craigs. What
so
question was that based on?
Taboo
that was
Blue is a blend of vodka, pineapple, and tropical juices. Seriously, give it a try
Okay.
sometime if it's still made. I feel like it might have been discontinued, but it was like a real 90s classic. It's just an alco pop, basically. Not really
Oh,
even a
right,
pop,
I
like an
see.
alco liqueur.
Taboo.
That question came from... I don't know where that
it
came
was
from.
span off of a 70k one, a 100k one, something to do with having to listen to your parents in a darkened room.
Yeah.
A lot of dark imagery there for the people listening. Maybe they're in their car. Maybe they're with their parents. Do you think many people listen to this with their parents?
Those who are truly liberated from the shackles
truly
of
liberated.
judgment.
Maybe their parents introduce
I'd
it to their
say
kids.
this is an easy one, though. This last one, which is not so
Okay, let's
dark.
throw it out
Yeah.
there. Throw it out
Easy peasy. You're offered a pill that increases your intelligence by 50%, but also permanently removes your hair, including your brows. Do you dare take it?
there. Including your brows.
Well, obviously, I've dabbled.
You've done what? Which part?
Yeah, with a bit of the pills. No, yeah, I don't know. This question reminded me of Dune when they have the
Nope.
the comp
Have you not seen?
compomat
Have you not seen the
things.
new Dune yet, Trott? Oh, I watched it again the other day. It's really good.
Very good.
It's
but-
on. I think it's on.
Disney?
Oh, it's on
Prime?
Now TV. I don't know if you have
Oh.
Now TV, but I recommend you watch it because it is. You'll be entertained by it.
I will
think.
definitely watch it.
There's some very
'cause I
cool-
love Blade Runner 20.
This is the thing.
49.
Style-wise, amazing.
Denny.
Really good. Great music. Hans Zimmer does a swell job.
Nice.
And yeah, I enjoyed it a second time. But
Wait,
yeah,
there's
what you,
sand in
So
this
in
song,
Dune, there are
there's
these things called
sand.
mentats, which is a profession that developed as a replacement to computers and thinking machines. They're basically people that are very smart, and they
Mhm.
get all sorts of drugs and things.
They
But they've got these
replace
hilariously giant
computers.
eyebrows. This is like the opposite to that.
Right. I see.
And I think, I don't know, 50% increase in your current baseline intelligence is a gamble, isn't it? Because like You don't know how
much
intelligent you
smarter.
really are, so it might be like a non-noticeable increase.
It depends. Like, yeah, like I mean,
I think
if
any
you-
increase is better, and like,
Yeah.
you can just sort your hair out and browse. It's fine.
What?
well, you could just get
glue
like
some
a
on?
nice wig.
Get a nice toupee.
You could do. I mean, I don't think I suit a bald head, but I've never shaved my head bald, so maybe that's something I need to do to
Maybe we
figure
should do
out.
that.
if-
Should we do it together in solidarity sometime? I really
think
don't
we
want
could do
to.
it for a real good cause.
I don't want to. I
don't
think I'll
want
look
to.
terrible.
I don't want to.
Again, like,
I think
it's
I'll have
taken
a
me a long
really
time
long
I'm
head.
just getting used to the grey hair, so that's fine.
It'll come back though, right? What if it
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
come
yeah.
back?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's a fear, isn't it? That's a legit. Is there
What
a
if
name
it
for
comes
that
back
fear?
like pubes?
Oh,
Really
God.
wiry,
It was just wiry and curly.
wiry hair.
Yeah.
That would be very off.
I don't know if I'd suit a bald
My
head.
computer just.
I've got a
Oh.
massive,
You don't think you'd suit a bald
massive
head?
No.
I don't know. I think you might be able to
There's
rock
only
it.
one way to find out. There.
Well, exactly. All three of us shave egg films. As someone says.
I might go full Mr. White with it.
Mr.
Keep
White.
the beard.
To be fair,
Shave.
I think that's if you can grow a decent beard. Again, I don't have that card up my sleeve, unfortunately. So I can't,
Yeah, you can
I
just
can't
add
grow
it.
anything. I can just draw it on.
Draw on. Get
Draw
a
it on.
Sharpie.
Got a
Easy
Sharpie
peasy.
somewhere. Got one right here. I can just draw it on.
Just tiny little lines.
Just like pencil. I'll look like one of the cartoons. I don't think I'll take that pill.
Oh,
No?
It depends on if I feel like the intelligence would benefit me in any other specific way. Right now, it's probably a good thing that I'm not intelligent. Otherwise, I don't think I'd be making a fool out of myself. On the
I
internet
think
for a
intelligence is
living.
extremely subjective, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
I don't think it's very, very difficult to gauge. I don't think you're unintelligent at
Yeah.
all. I don't think you need to be humble
Yeah.
in that sense.
I think this is a win-win for anyone who is already bald.
Oh, absolutely. But the eyebrows still have to go, which might be the
Yeah,
last
Well, if you've
vestige
got
of
alopecia.
hairiness they're holding on
It's
to.
eyelashes,
Alopecia,
like-
you
Well,
want
yeah, then you're
100%,
laughing, aren't you?
yeah.
I
You
guess
are
your
fucking
eyelashes go as well, right?
Well, probably not.
What does alopecia?
Eyelashes will be gone as
No,
well.
you don't get eyelashes either, which
That's
actually
quite a
form
strange
quite a
look.
function.
Yeah,
it
your
looks
eyelashes
terrifying.
are quite a feature in your face, I'd say.
On my face.
I think without eyelashes, you'd lose a percentage of
How
your...
much to pluck your
your looks,
eyebrows?
I think.
You know, I get complimented about my eyelashes a lot.
I imagine you do, and it's probably one of those things where if those are gone, suddenly it's like, whoa, who's ugly eyes over there?
Bald eyes.
Bald eyes. Who's bald eyes over there?
That guy
Who's
looks
that bald
like,
eyes?
Bald eyes.
looks like he's taken a ping pong ball and covered it in Billy Bear ham and stuck it where his eyes should be. Oh, does he?
I think I can hear him blink.
He sounds like he's slapping his lips every time he blinks.
Fucking bald eyes over there.
Although we could always curl our eyelashes. I think that's mine go straight down. That doesn't
What
work.
do you mean?
To make them more featureful.
They go straight down.
Yeah, my eyelashes go straight down. Like well, they just go down. There's very straight lines, whereas yours kind of go upwards, like
Oh, they
They
flick,
flare out.
curl, and
flare
flick.
outwards. Yeah, they're visible.
Yeah, well, thanks. You can hear them. It's like if you listen very carefully, it's like a swan batting its wings. What was that noise? His eyelashes have grown back. He's gone from a slapper to a flapper.
You know, someone's stoking a fire somewhere.
Sorry, guys, I gotta get some altitude.
It's a bird of prey taking flight, surely. No, it's just his eyelashes.
We get false lashes on top of our current lashes. Should I start wearing like that the stuff that thickens them out?
Yeah.
What, eyelashes?
Yeah.
You could do.
That's what
Or you
people
could just
do,
get
right?
extended
Like,
eyelashes.
the classic thing is like,
Stick
oh, I
'em on.
really like this feature of you, and then some people go down the whole like, I'm going to enhance that feature until it looks
Yeah,
ridiculous.
to the clump
What's
together.
the
It's
stuff
like,
where
oh,
you
God.
get like a little pot and then you put it on your eyelashes? A little bristle brush.
Mascara.
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 Mascara, yeah.
There you go. That's the thickening stuff.
That's
You should get on
There's
there.
various different versions.
There's
I mean,
different types. There's
yeah.
some that give you like loads of like thickness, and others that give you just a bit of color. The world is your oyster when it comes to mascara, Trot.
Yeah, no, really. Yeah, you can probably get a beard mascara, right, to make it darker.
Yeah,
Or
I tried dyeing my beard once, and it's just really obvious.
Oh, it
Is
is.
it?
Yeah, yeah. I've
Like,
got
it
friends who
just-
do the same.
It looks
Well, it
strange.
depends
Because it
it-
gets on your skin as well.
Yeah, kind of.
So it just
Same with
looks like
dyeing your
you've
hair as well,
coloured
though. If you dye it with a basic kind of thing, because it'll just be
It's
all
too
one color.
consistent,
Yeah.
Whereas that doesn't look natural. Whereas like having layers is natural, unless you just kind of like tried to layer it, but because it's so short, depends. How long was your beard when you did it?
What, the
kind of
dyeing?
yeah,
a
do you
bit
reckon it was
longer.
a bit longer than it is now?
About 5 mil, probably.
5 mil.
5 mil. I don't know what
Give
you
or
want me to
take
do.
5
I can put 5mm fillers in the back of the wall if you like, but I don't think the rat's are going to get through a 5mm gap. It's more the sort of exterior wall you got the problem with. You got a DPM in?
I don't know
Sorry,
who.
I
or
don't know where
what
this
you're
guy
trying to
came
be.
from.
You got a DPM? You guys got DPM fitted?
No.
What's a
No, I
TPM?
don't.
Damp-proof
DPM.
membrane.
Well, then I hope so.
I do actually have one of those.
You do. Yeah.
Good to my ass, isn't it? Well, see you later.
My decking has a DPM.
That's good.
Does it?
Yeah.
Damn.
Jealous?
Probably necessary. Well, I don't have decking, but when I do and I don't have a DPM, I'll be really annoyed.
God.
I'm thoroughly annoyed.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm not going to take that pill.
No, you're not.
In the answer to, but
No, I don't
only
think I
because
would.
right now I think, well, I'm all right with
I'll take
my
it.
current.
Exactly.
I'd happily
Trott's going to
take
take it. He's swallowed it already. It's
Also-
gone down.
I'll take 2.
Also, I feel like intelligence is quite a strong road to mental problems. Because I think the smarter you are, the more you try to, like,
Being
get a
s-
handle
yeah.
on things.
Or
Or,
being
like,
smart doesn't necessarily give you power.
No, exactly.
So then you're just aware of all the
Exactly,
terrible. It's like listen to all these
exactly.
scientists like getting
Yeah.
worked up about obviously the terrible things happening
Okay.
with climate change.
Yeah.
They're able to see all this stuff happening, but then look at the klutzes in power. and
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
fucking hell, there's nothing we can do. Like,
Exactly.
so not that we
How
should all
about
be
then?
dumb and remain dumb.
Yeah.
Let's do a little
But-
inverse.
They say it's
It's a pill.
if ignorance is bliss, right?
Yes,
The
yeah.
opposite must be the opposite.
yeah.
Go on, Trot. You got a pill.
You
You
got a
take
little
a dick
tiny
pill.
pill.
Yeah, blue pill.
It reduces your intelligence by 10%.
Oh,
But you
fuck.
get
Isn't
a
that just called
much-
alcohol?
It's just
But
a
you get a much
big old
fuller
bong.
beard, hair,
Oh,
eyelashes.
so more hair for less intelligence.
You look glorious. A glorious mane
Okay,
will come
yeah.
out, but
pretty
10%
good.
less intelligence.
I take it. I take it.
Especially if you,
You see
how
that
how
in that.
quickly is that growing? Because that's quite a good. If you're like, oh, I want to try long hair today.
Mm-hmm.
Like how
You take a pill,
what's
and
the
then
percentage of
overnight,
growth?
you've got a luscious lock of hair,
Yeah.
like twice as dense as before.
yeah, but you've paid the price.
Almost like a chinchilla density.
Sorry, Trot. We've got a couple of people in chat. By the way, this podcast is broadcast live on
Nice
twitch.tv/hatfilms. Somebody here is taking 4 of the hair pills, then take the int up pill afterwards.
So you're min-maxing the pills. That makes sense.
So you're
yeah.
40% dumber.
Yeah,
But
but
then
if you
the
take
int pill makes it
50%,
all fall out
it
again.
all falls out. So
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
you've built goes away. You need to take the 50% intelligence first, and then dumb
Yeah.
it back down again with lots of hair. So you'll be back to normal.
Why? Wow. It's a complicated pill regime, isn't it? I think you get one of those boxes that my grandma uses to
Yeah.
stay alive.
It's hard to also measure the 10%. Also, like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
very-
why I take it though.
am I
I
going
take
to
the
end up making
10%.
stupid decisions? Am I going to accidentally roll over myself in a vehicle, or like, maybe just walk into traffic? So, oh
Mhm.
fuck, I was being dumb, being silly.
Okay, maybe instead of intelligence, then it's
Yeah.
a hard 1 hour every 12 hours you black out.
God,
I've just got to go for my
this just
hair.
sounds like
nap.
the side effects.
But
of
you don't know when it's coming.
hair growth.
You
Hormones.
don't know where the
You
blackout's
don't know
coming.
which hour it is of the day.
Jesus, absolutely not. Dangerous that would be.
I've got 3 hours of driving to do today. That's quite a
Fingers
chunk.
crossed.
That's a risk.
At any one point, you've got a 1 in 24 every day of doing something awful.
Fuck, Yeah.
Or okay,
oh,
1
okay.
second of every minute randomly. It's a total blackout.
Just
So that's only a brief moment, though. But also, what am I getting for this brief moment? So
I don't know.
longer, more lustrous hair.
More lustrous hair. Yeah, the intelligence thing's removed.
I think
now.
some people would go for that, but it sounds like someone's testing medication on you, and it's going wrong, and the issues are it's not working. If you're
Okay.
blacking out every minute,
Christ.
Okay,
every
right.
second,
Serious
and every
side
minute you've
effects.
got.
Modifier on this slightly. For
Where
every
am I?
inch you take off
Oh,
your height,
yeah.
for every inch you take off your height,
Yeah.
you can add to your penis. How many inches do you take off of your height?
I'm gonna be fucking.
Well, the thing is, luckily for us, I'm 6'3". I
Yeah.
could just be 6 foot. And that's
Yeah.
an extra 3.
That's a lot, really.
Pretty damn good.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
to extend
3
extra 3
inches.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe 2. Let's not be greedy.
I'm gonna keep shrinking until I've got
If it's
a
too
third
big,
leg.
that's silly.
I want to be a tripod, an actual tripod. So I'll lose a couple feet.
Equidistant.
So it's equidistant to my other legs, and I just want.
Look, girls don't want a ridiculous penis.
You're telling me you
Porn
don't-
is lying to you if you believe that.
He could literally lean forward and still stand up.
I'd be like, look,
Yeah, it's a
look,
party trick.
Hold on, I've got to get hard.
That's a great piece. Hang on,
Right, what's this?
he's got to work out, and he hasn't calculated for the lack of blood in his body. He just foolishly said, "Oh yeah, take the height off. Let's just extend it." Oh, I feel
Also-
woozy.
Smith, if you fall on your front, you got a self-righting mechanism.
Yeah, I do. I'm like the best robots from Robot Wars.
I got a built-in stabilizer.
Yeah.
I just got to be
he's been
naked the
flipped.
entire time,
Watch
or
this.
have a cock pocket that's just like this lengthy. It shields. It's a sock. It shields it.
It's like the tube that goes into the back of a bouncy castle.
Yeah.
Like, you know, think sexy thoughts, and you've got to get aroused. Just like, I'm gonna get us out of here, kids. Think sexy thoughts.
Just think sexy thoughts.
You've been
That's
crushed under rubble
as
in a
easy as
school, right? You and a bunch of kids, and the only
You
way
can't
out
touch
is to
it, just
inflate your
think.
giant penis to
Why
lift
did you create a scenario where you have to think sexy thoughts and
around
then say,
kids.
Around kids.
Because
Why?
it's funny.
That's
Why?
he put himself in a school.
I'm not saying that the person in this
You're in
scenario
a
is
bouncy
attracted to
castle
kids.
with kids. Why?
They're trying to save the kids,
He's
and the
trying to
only
save
way
the
to
kids
do
with his
it
penis.
is with their penis. I'm sorry.
Why do you have to
Where was
get
that where it
hard around
went
these-
though?
Oh.
But it's nothing to do with the kids. It's nothing. They're saving the kids.
Why did you put them in
But
that
you
scenario?
have to get hard
You
in
have
front of
control.
kids to
Because
save
it's a
them.
noble thing to save children from
He's
a
going to
collapsed
get arrested
school.
as soon as he saves his kids.
Trot's like, I
Sir,
can't go
we
in there
heard
and
you were
help those
touching
kids in
yourself.
that broken down school because I might get an erection.
No.
I'd be like, I need an erection
No,
to
no,
save
no.
these kids.
I have the world-building potential to not include kids in my fucking analogies.
Yeah. But,
It makes me excited for what's to come in the D&D we've started.
yeah. Come
Or
on, guys.
booty,
We're all
if
going to
anyone
get
else
hard.
have films.
You did make it clear that there's a lot of kid labour in these
Yeah, but
ships.
that's not that's
Because it's
accurate, though, isn't it?
historically accurate.
I saw it in the I
Master
watched the
and
trailer
Commander?
for Master and I haven't
You-
watched the film yet.
Oh, for God's
I
sake.
watched the trailer. I've seen it before though. We talked
Waving
about it.
that
I talked
wand
about the
around
end.
As if you're not trained.
I
do need to go back,
Shit,
but
I'm
yeah.
vomiting slugs.
Well, I watched. There was an interesting YouTube video where a historian was watching these films and kind of judging how
What, Harry Potter?
how accurate they were. No, they weren't judging Harry Potter. But like there was one with is it called The Patriot with Mel Gibson and he was just
Yes.
like saying, okay, they were shooting their guns off really quickly, and he was just like, all right, well that's just not accurate. So it'll take them a long time to reload their weapons, and they're just like popping off every few seconds.
It's more
like,
accurate and booty, isn't
whereas
it?
in Tattoo, I saw they had two
Taboo.
guns, so they took two shots, bring up a second gun,
Yep.
Two
and then it was like,
guns.
now we're off. Yeah.
That's why people wore the braces of pistols. I don't think they'd often wear a full brace, but like that. Yeah, exactly.
Did, like,
Same. Four
lieutenants and
shots a
stuff.
minute was the ideal rate of
Yeah.
fire for a musket.
And the accuracy was piss poor.
yeah.
50-foot range potentially.
Yeah.
How accurate was Sharp, this TV series?
Well,
Sharp,
Sharp, I
of
believe, was in a
course.
rifles division. So there was rifles that had the rifling in the barrel, and that made them accurate to about 200 yards
right.
at most, which isn't very far.
What about...
Bear in mind, the modern
Um,
military rifle is about 600 meters accurate.
Am
Wow.
I remembering
That's
this right?
pretty-
That they
that's
used to
long.
be like certain individuals in an army that would be of a certain rank where they had almost like a gun caddy.
Maybe.
Where they
sounds
fire a gun,
pretty good
and then they
if you
hand it
have-
off to someone to reload it, and then they get given another gun and hand it off to
Yep.
reload it.
Yep. That still
Yeah.
happens in like shoots and stuff. If you ever go like into a really fancy like clay pigeon shoot or whatever,
Just
or
give you the gun.
they'll have a pair of
So-
shotguns so that whilst
Yeah.
you've got yours on target, the other ones are being
You've
reloaded.
got the other one over their shoulder or on
Yeah.
their arm.
Mm.
It's just like, there you go, sir. Good.
Very good.
Very well, but great shot. Yes, you missed it. but Good shot.
grouse that we've introduced into the area for you to blast. Yes, very good. We'll go and pick it up, and then you can pile them up at the end, and we'll just bury them in a ditch. Very good.
Very good.
Best thing
yes.
is if you do a really bad time at the shooting gallery, you can just shoot the little boy that's handing you the gun,
Yeah, you
so
could
that,
do.
and then you can walk back and be like, "Yeah, nailed it."
Man.
We should do a clay pigeon shoot at some point.
The
Okay.
ultimate
But
prey.
they're very kind of. I mean, the places I've been are very tough heavy.
There's Bristol
it's very
Activity
just
Centre
like-
where we went airsofting. They do clay
Was
pigeon
it good as
there.
that?
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
They're all right.
Yeah, I just wouldn't know if
Right.
they'd be like, oh, these fucking YouTubers over there. What are they filming over there? What are you
What are they
doing,
filming then?
YouTubers? Well, like, Jake Paul, fuck off.
Where are you? You do boxing next? No, we're not. None of us
No,
have an
we just
interest
wanna
in
shoot-
becoming professional boxers.
We're just
don't wanna
trying
be
to shoot
concussed.
these, but we can't hit these. They're going too fast.
Going too fast. Yeah, but Trot,
No,
what
it's
if it
quite
meant that you
easy
lost
to shoot
10% of your intelligence,
Through
but you got a $1
concussions.
million boxing deal? Would you take the intelligence loss of being hit in the head numerous times by a YouTuber?
$1 million. Yeah, that's, I mean, they do get big money for
Percentages
these things.
become-
50 million wasn't it ridiculous?
Diminishing returns, right? When you get really dumb.
Oh, exactly. It's
So
only percentage
10%
of
of
whatever you've
nothing
got
is
to
what?
start with.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll take it.
Can you rebuild?
Hmm?
The
Can you rebuild that
intelligence.
intelligence
No.
over time?
That's permanent brain damage from being
that's pretty
hit
bad.
by
You-
KSI.
Yeah, you don't really want to get hit.
Jesus
There it
Christ, I
goes.
think Trot's dead. Trot,
got
use
a
your
million.
karate. Trot, it's time. Switch it on.
20 years.
When-
Switch
did you
it
have a black,
on.
well, did you have a black belt?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did
So
have a black
Do
belt.
you feel like you could use that now effectively in
Oh.
any kind of sense?
I
must
have
remember.
confidence in that if I was to get into a scuffle I'd know how to psychologically deal with being in a scuffle. Whether I know the specific like moves to like get in and out,
Yeah.
Kamehameha?
I wouldn't
How old were
I
you
wouldn't
when
break
you-
out Pinan Ninan.
You wouldn't do it.
How old were you? when
I
you stopped?
was 15 when I stopped.
Oh, okay. So it's been a few years.
Because I was the youngest black belt in the region.
Right.
He
Okay.
was. He was feared. People
He was
used to walk
feared.
down footpaths and cycle paths, and they'd be like, there he goes.
Youngest black belt.
They
How
call.
do you know? Well, he's wearing his full gi and black belt. He won't.
He's
Yeah,
always
that's how. He won't take it
always
off.
walking around with it. Do you still have the outfit, Trott, somewhere?
The
in a-
gi.
Yeah.
I think my mum does.
Nice.
Maybe.
Maybe you should bring it in and replace your lounging jacket.
I was only
with
first Dan though. I wasn't like second Dan.
it. Oh,
third
all
Dan.
those Dans. So
How many Dans can you possibly know?
I don't know.
9 Dan? 9th Dan's the highest
9
Dan, isn't
Dan.
it? It was
Yeah.
12th Dan the highest Dan.
There's a lot of Dans. They should have just introduced more colours. frankly.
Yeah.
Get to black. Or was it black 1, 2,
Nothing
3,
gets cooler
4?
than a black
After
belt, though,
this,
does it?
Do you get a gold belt?
That would be great. I think we should then go
They
into
should
like
go gold belts.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know
metallic
anything
colours.
about. Yeah,
And then, like, camos.
yeah, camo
So,
belts.
like, urban camo and pinks.
We should just go through the spectrum of Call of Duty's like gun skins.
Yeah,
which
gun skins.
honestly they've
They should
been very
reinvent
creative with
karate.
all the random ones they've got.
Yeah, with modern microtransactions. And
Gold is very close to yellow. Of
I am,
course it is, yeah.
Yellow's second, like the second
Yeah.
belt you get.
But
I'm
it's shiny.
Prestige 3 in judo.
No, I'm Prestige 3. I went through the whole thing again.
I've prestiged.
He's wearing 2 belts.
He forgot it all. He got so badly beaten around the head that he's
You
relearned it.
forgot the whole thing. He prestiged.
I wiped my memory and
Poor
started
guy.
from fresh. I still kicked everyone's ass.
Shall we do a video where we're all in a gi, and I have to teach you karate based on how little I now know?
Yeah, we can get crash mats in the warehouse. We were going to get crash mats a while ago just because we wanted to jump around in there. I don't know what the main thing is, but we just thought crash mats seemed like a good idea. And I'm not against the idea.
A lot of your specifically early ideas were suspending us from the ceiling.
Yeah, I think so.
Almost all of them were like, let's
Yeah.
recreate skydiving in the
Look,
warehouse.
we've got a building with quite a lot of verticality to it. And I think it's just a shame if we can't use that verticality for something that involves us either being launched or flying or maybe just fake flying in form of on a green screen. I like that idea.
I don't put much
But
trust
then I
in
don't know what
the
we'd use
roof
those
at all.
for. No, I wouldn't know. But I mean, there are steel beams, but it's just we can't get up there.
We'll
You
get one of
also
those
don't necessarily know
cherry pickers.
which way they're like able to take load as well. You know, because
Yeah,
those steel
but-
beams could be like used in some sort of
I'm just
wall
saying. I
holding
want to
up.
fly.
What if there's jet fuel nearby?
Well, we could just go to one of those skydiving centers to achieve that.
We should do that.
I mean,
I think that was one of the ideas a long time ago. We're just, that looks cool. Let's do that.
Got loads of ideas.
Feel weightlessness. But no, right now we're just doing D&D in there. So that's cool.
D&D
And ranking.
ranking stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you should check those out if you haven't already. There's probably a good time to wrap up actually,
Oh, it probably is.
and tell everyone that we are now doing a D&D show,
Mhm.
hosted, dungeon mastered by Alex Smith, taking us into his world of pirating adventures. It's a kind of tongue-in-cheek, humorous take.
it's an ultra serious, realistic, Milsim-esque sailing experience.
Yeah.
Okay, roll to tighten ropes. You
I got-
fail.
I got a 3.
Oh god,
The
the
rope
spinnaker's
snaps.
fucked.
Friction burn.
It's coming in podcast form.
Yeah,
so
it will be in podcast form.
Yes, it will be in
Very
podcast
soon.
form, but if you want to watch it now, if you go to
Mhm.
the Hat Films YouTube channel, you can watch it. And
Yeah.
it's got Craig in it as well.
Craig's in it. There's
Um,
there's this lovely art
Yeah,
drawn
yeah.
by
Beautiful
Casper
art.
Lunsfried.
Yeah, it's really
Um,
good, and it's like it will be a short-ish series, so you don't have to feel like, fuck, this is going to go on for years.
When's this gonna ever end?
It will end, and we'll do more if you like it. So
Mhm.
please check that out. Also, thank you to our big patrons for
Indeed.
bigging up and supporting us on patreon.com/hatfilms.
Thank you to
Um,
them.
Very much appreciated there. And again, if you have any funny news or a fingle, ping it our way to our hatchat@hat-films.com. Email. Much appreciated.
Nice.
We're back in the office now. That's great.
We are. That's good, isn't it? And this is kind of like we'll still need to iron some stuff out
Yeah.
and tidy. If there's still
We want to
some
like
mess.
reduce some of the clutter we had before. We had a
Mm.
tight setup where it was all real time as shit, but the cabling was a nightmare.
It was a
So
nightmare.
we learned stuff in lockdown, and we want to apply that now.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got some smart people in the office that can help us. So
Yeah.
It will get better as we go. Thank you for listening, everybody, today. I hope you all have a great week, and we'll be back next Friday for more hat chat. Any final words?
Actually, it's going to be a different day next week.
Oh,
So
that's
it's going
right,
to be
'cause a lot.
Thursday at 11. I think next
we'll do it
Thursday.
early Thursday. Okay.
The release schedule for podcasts should be similar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, see you all then. Thanks
Have
for
a
listening,
great
everybody.
Bloody day, everyone. Bye
Ta-ra.
for now.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Jesus Christ. That doesn't sound like a war song. That's a new age war song.